The Bert Show.
Time to get buzzed on the hot goss from Hollywood with Abby. It's the Bert Show's entertainment buzz.
I thought Nicki Minaj's horrible diss track was the only trouble we were going to get from Megan Thee Stallion's latest song, Hiss. If you missed this yesterday, we completely recapped the beef between Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj. But basically what happened was Megan Thee Stallion put out a new song called Hiss, and in the track she has a lyric that says, "These hoes don't be mad at Megan. These hoes are mad at Megan's law." And that's a reference to a law where it basically all sex offender information has to be public. And that's a big deal because Nicki Minaj is married to a registered sex offender. So it was kind of like a little to Nicki. It was a dig to Nicki. And obviously she wasn't happy about it. So then she created this horrible diss track called Bigfoot that was honestly really embarrassing.
Just so I'm clear, so this all happened to Nicki Minaj's husband when he was like 15 years old or something like that, right? Or 15 years ago, something like that?
I don't know that it happened to him, whereas he was the perpetrator.
I don't know any of the details on it.
Yeah, he committed the crime when he was about 15 years old.
Okay.
Which was about that time ago, 15 years ago.
Got it.
So Nicki obviously very upset, put out the song Bigfoot, and everyone was kind of like, all right, this beef is going to blow over in like a week. Well, now the father of the young girl who is the center of what created Megan's Law, Richard Conca, he is so upset about the fact that Megan Thee Stallion put Megan's Law in her song. So he told TMZ that basically it felt like they were dragging his daughter's name into an expletive-riddled song. He felt that it was very disrespectful. He felt that it was being used in a graphic and offensive manner that was very painful to him and his family. He says that he's now looking into legal options, but there's really nothing you could do because artists have creative freedom to be able to talk about historical events. So really, he's kind of like SOL here, which is really kind of sad because if it's painful to your family, it does seem a little cheap to be in a diss track.
Mo, a little of history here. Where did all this start?
It's a lot of different theories on why they're beefing. The one that I've heard that I believe the most is that Nicki felt away when she did the Hot Girl Summer song with Meg. And then shortly after that, Meg teamed up with Cardi to do WAP. And WAP got a lot more recognition than Hot Girl Summer did. It just was a much bigger record. And Nicki has always been pretty petty in that whoever my enemies are, if they're your friends, then you're my enemy as well. So she didn't appreciate that Meg worked with her and then turned around and worked with Cardi, knowing that they'd been beefing.
I see.
And I think there were also some rumors going around that Megan Thee Stallion was pressuring Nicki to terminate her pregnancy because obviously, like, why would you want to have a baby with somebody who's a registered sex offender? Obviously, Nicki didn't like that. So I think there's just a lot under the surface. So it's going to be a really interesting story to follow. But I do really feel for this family because I'm sure it's pretty painful that this is in a rap diss track.
And to give you insight on exactly what Petty did, trigger warning here. He was convicted of attempted rape in the first degree in April of 1995 for the assault the previous year of a then 16-year-old girl. He was 15, she was 16, but that was the charge.
I see.
And that's what he got convicted of.
And you can't really tell Megan's dad how to feel. I get where he's coming from. I really don't think Megan Thee Stallion, though, was trying to ridicule that. I think she was, if anything, she brought a lot of awareness to it because a lot of people had no idea what Megan's Law was, and now you see how many people do. So I actually think she helped the cause, but you can't tell the victim's dad how to feel.
I completely agree. All right, if you hide your pregnancy from the public, is it technically lying? So Halle Bailey is clapping back at people who are saying that she lied about her pregnancy. So she's a young mom, and she recently brought her son into the world, and she talked about how she was editing her bump out of photos and, trying to make sure that this didn't really become public knowledge until her kid was here. And it sparked a lot of debate on Twitter, and somebody named Echo Does Radio said, I don't think people are mad that she hid her pregnancy. People are more so annoyed that she went out of her way to lie and gaslight about it. Then she shaded people and called them desperate, and now she wants the same desperate people to know every little detail because now she's being very public about the fact that she has her son. And so in response, Halle said, I never lied or even said anything about it, honey. I'll never understand why you are mad. I protected my own peace. Wouldn't you do the same? And I'm going to share my pics now if I want to because my son is here safely. If you don't want to see it, just keep scrolling, baby. LOL. God bless you. I think she did the right thing. Like, if I was a famous person, like Kylie Jenner did the same thing, you are probably terrified that someone's going to come after you or something's going to happen to your kid, especially because, like, the Little Mermaid movie just came out. She's launched into stardom.
Yeah, I was kind of blown away by the level of hate that she was getting because she hid her pregnancy. And I'm like, to me, that doesn't constitute as lying. One, it's none of your business. And two, you're doing whatever you need to do to protect yourself and to protect your baby and to protect your own mental health. So be it.
Yeah, I think sometimes fans feel a certain amount of entitlement. Like, you owe us the truth on everything that's going on in your life. And these celebrities don't owe you anything at all. They're allowed to pick and choose what they want to share based on their comfort level.
I completely agree. If I was that famous, I would be very private, because what people do, and when you give them information and how they run with it and how they comment on it, I completely get it.
Yeah, you got to keep things secret as long as you can, because the public is going to take it and run with it. All right, Kanye West, he's responding to claims his new wife has no free will. I'll tell you what he told reporters on your next eBuzz on The Bert Show.
The Bert Show.